Alright guys, I'm back with another Dokkan battle video. And this time we're going to be taking a look at this free-to-play Zarbon and Dodoria EZA. Now, I don't want to come off as a hater, but this unit is so underwhelming, disappointing, it's frustrating, it has me feeling a certain type of way. I'm so frustrated with this unit. And you guys may know my policy from previous videos that I talked about my pet peeve in this game, which is free-to-play units getting released and having their EZA come out like immediately, and having their TUR, their Dokkan Awakening, being absolute trash. They need to stop EZAing free-to-play units as soon as they come out, and this is the reason why. Okay. Let's take a look at the unit. We're actually going to read their passive first here, just so you guys can get the full scope of why I'm so frustrated. So, attack and defense plus 100%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% with each attack performed up to 70%, plus an additional attack and defense plus 70%, and seals the enemy's super attack when there's an ally whose name includes Frieza attacking in the same turn. Space Traveling Warriors category allies keep plus 3 and 30% to attack and defense, and attacks effective against all types when there is a Planet Namek Saga category enemy. So there are immediately two things that I am very annoyed by. One, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% with each attack performed up to 70%. Why plus 10% with each attack performed? Why not plus 20%? I don't understand that. It's going to take you 7 attacks to be able to build this unit up fully. And the second frustrating thing is that they gave them only 30% to attack and defense for Space Traveling Warriors category allies. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like they can't give it plus 40%, so at least they have a little bit of a redeeming factor to them in terms of being a good support tech unit. Like, they're okay as a support unit. You know, as a floater, this unit's okay. But as a unit themselves, they're very underwhelming, they're very annoying, they're not that good turn 1 defense. In fact, their turn 1 defense is disappointingly bad, and I wouldn't say that they're that viable in that sort of Extreme Super Battle Road level of content where their turn 1 defense, they'll get absolutely shredded. And their typing, they're Extreme Tech. Does Dokkan have something against Extreme Tech? I don't understand it, but let's just get into the unit because you'll see what I mean as we play. So I have them at 12 additional attack and 14 crit. Now that is because their passive does say attack and defense plus 10% with each attack performed, not with each super attack performed. And you do want to build them up faster so that way their defense can actually start to become acceptable. So getting the additional attacks, even if it's just a normal attack, will help them in that regard. 14 crit because their damage is really not going to be that great either unless they crit, so I went with a balanced build. And their links, their link set's bad. And, you know, I've seen someone like The Truth, he said that their link set's actually fairly good. I disagree. Their passive requires a Frieza to really get the maximum out of this unit to be on rotation, and they don't link well with Frieza whatsoever. They share 2 links with this free-to-play int final form Frieza here, one is Nightmare, which is a good link because it is an attack link, but still, they're just not a good linking partner with Frieza. So we are in the Legendary Goku event, as always, running a Space Traveling Warriors / Terrifying Conquerors team with double coolers as leaders. Their turn 1 defense is 110k. Now, the free-to-play physical Namek Goku had around a similar turn 1 defense. However, that Goku has the flexibility of that heal when their HP drops to 30% or below, and they gain more attack and defense the lower their HP is, and they raise defense by 30% for 3 turns on their super. So that Namek Goku has a lot of ways to sort of boost their defense and keep you alive. This Zarbon and Dodoria does not raise attack or defense. They simply lower attack and defense on their super attack. So they're really just resorting to having to attack up to 7 times to get their full passive. So overall, with that little bit of support from this cooler, who I believe is giving them, yeah, no, actually, no, we're not getting the support from cooler here. So 110k defense turn 1, really not that good. They do have Brutal Beatdown and Nightmare active. Brutal Beatdown giving plus 10% attack, and Nightmare giving plus 10% attack, which is pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and get this first attack stat. I'm sorry for not getting into the gameplay sooner, but it's honestly just so frustrating. I feel like I'm throwing so much shade at this unit, but it's really required because, as I said, free-to-play units getting EZA'd immediately is so bad for this reason. So let's look at their turn 1. 1.86 million. Like it's not good. And again, it's about the same amount of damage that the physical Namek Goku EZA was doing, but he has room to grow. If his HP is lower, he'll be doing more damage, but he at least has defense to back it up. That Goku at least is defensively a wall. Like, you know, give him a turn, give him 2 turns, he'll be a wall for you. You know, even turn 1 he can be in wall if you get hit hard in Extreme Super Battle Road and your HP drops below 50% or so. You know, he can actually have some good defense. But this Zarbon and Dodoria, like, they need to attack 7 times, and if they don't get an additional, if they don't get a single additional attack, even if it's an additional normal attack, you're looking at a minimum of 7 turns to build them up. So, for longer content, you'd say, oh, that's a great thing, but no. Their defense is not acceptable, especially in GT Legendary Goku event, or God event. I mean, you're not really going to bring this unit into God event, I hope, but the GT Legendary Goku event, they're going to be taking so much damage, even when they're fully built up. But when they're not, you just, no, it's not going to happen. Now, here we actually have some support on rotation. We have 3 links active once again. Brutal Beatdown for that 10% attack. Nightmare for that 10% attack. So this might be one of the best rotations that we're going to see. And it's not even, like, going to be their maximum because they do need to build up way more. So let's take a look at their defense stat here. After 1 super attack and with 30% or 40% support on rotation, I believe, right? Plus 40% to sworn enemies. So they do have 40% support on rotation with 1 stack of their defense. So 121k. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough. You know, I'm so upset because when you EZA a free-to-play unit, they have nowhere else to go. And you have to remember, free-to-play options are so important for players, newer players especially, because these free-to-play units are what they will be relying on until they can summon enough to get a decent roster of characters that they can use. 2 million attack stat. I mean, it's okay. It's not that good of damage. There we go with an additional normal. That's good. We actually got 2 stacks off there, but, you know, when a free-to-play player doesn't really have that many good summonable options, they need to use free-to-play units to fill out their roster. And when a free-to-play unit is EZA'd, they have nowhere else to go. They are trapped at that power level forever. And this Zarbon and Dodoria aren't even that good, right? They're very underwhelming. And the fact that unless they release like Extreme Super EZA or something like that in the future, this unit is just going to age poorly because the defense is not acceptable. The longer that, you know, newer content, Legendary Vegeta event, if we get more longer events, if we get more events that just do more damage, attack you more, defense becomes more and more important. Having, you know, decent utility is important. Just being a decent support unit for a decent a good category, but they're not even like Bojack supports space traveling warriors. How many support units do you really need on a category? Stacking a team full of support units is a big no-no to me. So there's just so many problems that arise. Taking a look now, 143k defense. We did get 2 more attacks for their passive, so I think we're at 4 stacks built up, or 3 or 4 stacks built up of their 70% in their passive. We do have 40% attack support from this AGL Turles. So how many links are active? Once again, 3 links. it's good that we're getting these attack links, but it really shows you, like, sure, you could link level 10 their attack links. Like, Nightmare will give you plus 15% at link level 10 instead of just 10% at link level 1. Brutal Beatdown as well will give you 15% attack instead of 10% attack at link level 10. So, link leveling them would be good. But, would you really want to link level this unit? I don't think it's worth the stamina and the effort for link leveling a unit like this. You probably want to link level better units like Bojack or LR Turles or Cooler or someone else. Someone who has better links like Big Bad Boss's units. So, it's not really worth link leveling Zarbon and Dodoria. 2.72 million. Now you have to remember the huge spike basically comes because of the 40% attack support from the AGL Turles as well as the 2 stacks from their last turn where they attacked with the additional attacks. So that's why they looked alright there in terms of damage, but it's just in the GT Legendary Goku event, they get hit, they're done, you know, and I just don't really see a way that this unit, you know, can be passable in harder content, especially newer harder content. They release harder content than what's already out. You know, they're just better options. They're a support unit for Space Traveling Warriors, as I said, which already has Bojack and LR Turles. Do you really need more support units for that category? No. And you can always run things like Cooler, who can support that category, because Terrifying Conquerors is there, Transformation Boost is there. You know, a lot of those units have both of those, are on both of those categories. You have the Sworn Enemies support from the Int 3rd Form Frieza. So, I would not bother taking a mid support in this regard. Now let's look here. After a few attacks, they're only at 150k defense without support. It's, as you can see, it's just unacceptable in my opinion. Now, let's talk about their links and their linking partners, as you can see here. Frieza's Army, Frieza's Minion, Nightmare Loyalty, Brutal Beatdown, Shocking Speed, Shattering the Limit. Shocking Speed's okay, Shattering the Limit's okay. Nightmare can be decent, it is decent because it does link with Frieza. Frieza's Army's terrible, Frieza's Minion's terrible. Loyalty is meh, like if you want to run the Ginyu Force or something like that, you can probably get Loyalty. But these links are terrible to link with Frieza. You know, Frieza has Terrifying Conquerors, Wicked Bloodlines links, right? So, why does this unit have such bad links with a unit that they're meant to be on rotation with? Because they are meant to be on rotation with a Frieza to get that full passive. I don't understand it. Their best linking partner in terms of sheer number of links active would be the AGL Demon God Deborah from the Super Dragon Ball Heroes banner, which they share 5 links, you know, 2 of them being attack links, but the best linking partner for them, in my opinion, is the SSR version of this card, which is the TEQ Zarbon, right? They share Frieza's Minion, which does give attack plus 20% at link level 10, Frieza's Army, which does give defense plus 20% at link level 10, Nightmare, which is attack plus 10%. I believe, actually, they go up to 25%, not at link level 10, right? Frieza's Minion... Oh! Frieza's Minion at link level 10 gives attack plus 20% and defense plus 10%. Frieza's Army gives attack plus 10% and defense plus 20% at link level 10. So, if you have those links active, those are some nice links, honestly. But are you going to run... Okay, first of all, I would not invest Hidden Potential Orbs into the SSR TEQ Zarbon. Because if this unit is mid after being awakened in EZA'd, the SSR is just bad. You know, he does nothing on his super attack, just supreme damage, that TEQ Zarbon. And they don't even have a support passive. Would you really just run that TEQ Zarbon for links? No, not in my opinion. The defense would be bad. They're just an SSR. It's a shame because if we had those links active somehow, this unit might actually be a little bit more decent. So you're going to be struggling for good linking partners. You're going to be struggling with their defense. Their attack stats are mid. Their link set's bad. and their EZA'd, they have nowhere to go. If this Zarbon and Dodoria was, if this was their simple Dokkan awakening, if this was just how they were as a TUR, not an EZA TUR, I would actually say this unit would be good, because then you could say, oh, when they EZA, they'll get attack and defense plus 20% with each attack performed, up to 100% or something. Maybe they'll do key plus 3 and attack and defense plus 40% on their support passive. They should have attack and defense plus 40% in their passive by default, because it's not like they haven't had free-to-play units give 40% support. Tien Roshi, the 6th anniversary tech unit, they give 40% support to the, I think it's represented as a Universe 7 category, so there's no excuse. Really, there's no excuse. And overall, they're at a dead end. You're stuck with how this unit is. I think we'll get 1 or 2 more attack stats here. I think they're close to being fully built up. Let's get 1 attack stat after this one. 176k defense. It's still, it's beginning to become acceptable. At the bare minimum, below average, but acceptable. And with 40% support on rotation, however, from the int 3rd form Frieza, so it's not like this is their defense. Like, without that support, you're probably looking at what, like 140k defense, something like that. It's just a mess. So this unit is just pathetic. You know, well, let's just get this final attack set, honestly, because you get the gist. They do gain a little bit each turn when they do get their passive built up, but it's just so slow. They stack at a turtle's pace. We finally managed to reach around a 3 million attack stat, and it took 40% support to do it. Overall, I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. Because they're bad, I'm mad. Let me know what you guys think of this unit. And until next time, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.